Hello! Hello. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Is my volume on the right thing? It is. I always hate it when it sounds so loud, but maybe it's just because it's quiet in here. Still not quite used to the kiddos in school, both of them. Hello, Blue. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. We're just gonna jump right into the land of the pirates, the pirate land with treasure. Toad's a boat. He's not on a boat. He's not in a boat. He is a boat. So, yeah, it's Tuesday. We're probably just gonna run through my braid too. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. We gotta have green team here. All of the same, all on hard. 50 turns, because of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't do 50 turns, and it's not Mario Party without bonuses. So let's go. Let's go. I was gonna sing Country Road, Take Me Home, but that's better fit for Western land. We're a pirate. We're a pirate. Part of me wishes I had the pirate costume change right now. It'd be so fitting. But, yeah. How is everyone doing? It's Tuesday. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you other than it's Tuesday. I got nothing. My Tuesday feels somewhat like a Monday for not bad reasons, just mildly irritating reasons. So, if you were here yesterday and, 2.5 hours in-ish, you may have noticed, there was a big block of silence. In that big block of silence, my husband had come home and he needed to tell me something important. And that something important was he needed to take his mom to the doctor. In Kansas City. So that is his mission for today. And we only have one vehicle between the two of us. And he said if he's going to Kansas City, he would feel better driving his own vehicle, which is totally fine. I totally get it. So the compromise here is I drive my mother-in-law's car for today. Because they should be back later tonight, hopefully. So it'll be a long day for them. So I am left with my mother-in-law's car, and I have ranted about this a couple of times before, but I hate my mother-in-law's car. I hate it. I do not like driving it. It is not a car for me. I would rather die. I would rather die, and I don't like it for, several different reasons. The biggest pet peeve is hand placement on the steering wheel for me, because, alright, before we do anything, message speed fast, save, every turn, alright, we're good. So, I like to put my hand on the bottom of the steering wheel. If you think of the steering wheel as a clock, I will either put my hands at 12 or 6. I'd say 8 times out of 10, I'm putting it down on the bottom on 6. That's where my hands go. Some steering wheels don't have space on that 6 spot on this proverbial clock. And it irritates the crap out of me, because that's where I like to put my hand. And my mother-in-law's car doesn't have that space to put on the bottom. My old car had it before we sold it to my sister-in-law. Excuse me. Okay. And the pickup has some space on that bottom part. So I'm so used to putting my hands down on the bottom of the steering wheel. And when I am left with no spot for my hand, I get very irritated because I am left very uncomfortable driving, and I don't like being uncomfortable while driving. I can handle because, like, if I'm driving someone else's car, I try not to, like, adjust too many things. Really, the only thing I'm comfortable adjusting is the rear view mirror. That's, like, really the only thing I feel comfortable touching because, like, I need to see behind me. And that's not a bad thing to adjust constantly. And I try not to adjust the seat if I can because, like, I am very peculiar about the driver's seat and where it sits and how it's adjusted and everything. So I try not to adjust it for other people if I am borrowing their car. It's so funny because in the pickup that me and my husband drive, the pickup was like his vehicle. And now I drive it because he, you know, is gone all week driving truck. But I feel so small in the pickup. But in my mother-in-law's car, I feel too big for it. The car feels too small for me. Which is so ironic because my mother-in-law is taller than I am. And I feel so large in her car. Like, make that make sense. I think my mother-in-law's like 5'10". I think she's about 5'10". Oh, not this crap again. There we go. I am hitting the buttons one after another, and it's not giving it to me. There we go. There. Trying to go... There we go. We got there. But yeah, I feel like the pickup that I drive every day is too big for me, but then I feel my mother-in-law's car is too small for me. And it is so ironic because my mother-in-law is a lot taller than I am. So I don't like driving it. And also, my mother-in-law smokes. So I have had to deal with the smell of cigarettes anytime I have ever had to borrow her car. And I don't like it. So yeah, this is my day. It's just mildly irritating. It's not like a bad, oh my god, it's a case of the Monday snow. It's just like a mildly irritating thing. Because it's only for a day. And I only need it to take the kids to school and pick them up. That's all I need it for. So, yeah, there's my mildly irritating adventure for today. Hello, DA. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. What a position for me to be in. Oh, you ain't going after me first. Alright. I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with that. Now he's going after time. Okay. Love that for you. But yeah, and the thing is, like, I really liked my car that I had. My finger slipped off the button. I don't know if that would have mattered or not. But I really liked my car. And, like, you know, I got some feelings. I got big feelings, but it's fine. Now is not the time to really talk about my big feelings. But, yeah, I liked my car. But I know situations happen, and, you know, planets align, whatever, for something. So, sold it to my sister-in-law. Now we have one vehicle. We've had one vehicle for almost a year. So, yeah. Doing great. Awesome. How is the pasta? Pasta's okay. Nothing really too important. Couldn't quite get a good mash going. But also, last night during Monday Night Raw, I was looking through the WWE shop. Oh, that's wonderful. I was looking at the WWE shop just to, like, look at what's there and again, Christmas present ideas, because I already have Riley's present ordered and it's here. It's been here for like a month now. But I need to get something figured out for Allie. And I have an idea on like one or two of her presents, and from like her, you know, her grandma, my mother-in-law. So it's like I want to like get her something specific. So again, I mentioned like she likes hoodies, and I want to get her a hoodie. And she's probably gonna get a few hoodies. Just because, and it's always good to have like a couple different hoodies with like designs and cool stuff on it. Man, because I just don't want to look at her wearing that baby shit green hoodie. I really don't, but also it's like, who am I to like, you know, judge if she wants to wear a hoodie? She'll wear a hoodie, but like, man, the hoodie she's got is baby shit green. Alright, let's go. Wee. Beep. We did it. All DS games on the way? Ooh, 4 all complete in box. Nice. Nice. That's so awesome. I wish I could, like, actually go out and, like, collect games. For one, we don't have the room to even store all these games. But that would be so cool. Like, I feel like a collection that'd be really fun to do would be like N64. That'd be a fun, like, video game, like, you know, a console to collect games for. That'd be really fun. Now, I don't think I have too many, like, DS games, I don't think. Like, I got Bowser's Inside Story, because I got that with the DS. I have Mario Party DS. I have Mario Kart DS. Then I have Pokemon Black and White and Black 2. Those are the ones that I had. My husband had some more, because he has Heart Gold and Platinum, and I think he had or maybe that was his ex-girlfriend. I can't remember. I know he had, like, Diamond, or maybe that was his ex-girlfriend. I can't remember. But I know he had Platinum, because that's what I played it on. I played it on his copy of Platinum. Oh, no, don't spin! I let go of the control stick! I let go of the control stick, and then it spun out on me. That's stupid. But yeah, I remember playing Heart Gold back in 2014 when we, like, a few months after we started dating, because he's like, hey, you should play Heart Gold. And I'm like, alright, cool. And so I played it, and, because, like, I'd only really played Black and White, like, mainline Pokemon games before Heart Gold. I remember, talking about playing Heart Gold one time, like, a couple of years ago. And I mentioned how jaded I am using moves like Thunder, or like the high power moves with like lower accuracy, like Thunder. Because like Thunder is like 110 power, like 70 accuracy. And I'm real jaded by those moves, because when I played Heart Gold, I had an Ampharos named Oxford. That's important to the story, Oxford. I had an Oxford who, I had Thunder on it, and I also had a Quick Claw on it too, because Ampharos is very slow, is a very slow Pokemon. So, and I got to Lance, extremely underleveled, because that's usually how I have gone about Pokemon games. I'm usually very underleveled. And Lance would open with Gyarados. And Gyarados had Intimidate, and I had, you know, an Ampharos, which physical attack doesn't really quite matter on Ampharos. But so with the Gyarados, quad weak to quad weak to electric. Now I had thunder. That was like my big, you know, big attack there that I needed to hit, or else it would like wipe the floor with me. It would one-shot me with something else, like an earthquake or something. I don't remember what its exact moveset was. And all I had was thunder, because like, hey, thunder, it's got the high power. The accuracy will be fine, right? No. 'Twas not fine at all. Because I needed Quick Claw to activate, and it would activate a good bit of the time. But then the second part was I needed Thunder to hit. And so lots of times I have had Quick Claw activate just to tell me Thunder missed. And man, I was so irritated with all that I just don't use those moves anymore. Woo! Woo! Ah! Holy shit! Man, that gave me a heart attack. Jeez. Crazy cut in the corner. But yeah, I've had Quick Claw to activate just to tell me Thunder missed. And I remember telling the story on stream, like, ow, woo, my ankle hurts right now. That's not good. But yeah, I've told the story on stream. And someone in chat, it felt very snarky in a way. And I think I got a little defensive at it. I don't remember, like, exactly when I told the story. But I remember... Let's buy a mushroom. I remember telling the story, and someone, like, again, it felt snarky. Whether it was the intention or not. That's what it felt like. Because they were like... why didn't you have discharge on Ampharos? That's a much better move and better accuracy. And I think I got like real defensive over it. Because like for one, I had only really played Black and White. I hadn't really played many mainline series Pokemon games before that. I was a dumbass. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, yes, of course. Like if I were to play it now, of course, I would not put Thunder on it. I would put, like, Discharge or a TM for Thunderbolt or something on it. You know? But, like, at the time, it kind of hurt to see that count. It's like, really? Dude. I mean, everyone plays games different. So, it just, you know, felt kind of like, you know, I took offense to, like, you know, a comment like that because it felt like you were just, like, criticizing me playing a game when, like, people can play games however they want. So, I want to go back to DS era and play some games and missed out on. Yeah. Green team! Yep, green team. We have the green team here, and I am part of the green team this time. Whee! I do have a mushroom. I don't even know where the star is, honestly. I don't remember. It's probably I think it's in the bottom left corner of the board. It usually starts over there. So yeah, that's also why I don't like those moves like Thunder, Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, as opposed to like, you know, like a Surf, a Thunderbolt, or Flamethrower. I would probably just take accuracy over power any day. I am just too jaded. I am too jaded by Quick Claw activating just to tell me Thunder missed. I'm too jaded by that. Yeah, and also, part of me really wants to track down, like, a 3DS, specifically a 3DS, because I can play DS games on a 3DS. I want to track down, like, a 3DS that has, like, a capture software on it to get, like, a, you know, authentic, authentic, like, you know, game console captured that's, you know, not an emulator. I think you need to, like, hard mod a DS to get capture software for it. And I would either have to, like, find someone to mail a 3DS to and get that service done, or just buy one outright. I would love to track it down because that would open up a lot more games for me to do. And, like, I'm not, like, anti-emulator. I just prefer OG console. Up, left, or, like, official console release. Up, left, down, left, up. Up, left, down. Also, what the hell? Peach only had one button to do. Rigged. A, B, Z, Z, up. A, B, Z. A, B, Z, Z. Oh, it was A! Oops. Oh well. But yeah, like, I've got nothing against emulator, and also with my laptop currently, I don't even know if it could, like, run an emulator okay. It used to. It was kind of chugging a little bit at times whenever I did Ocarina randomizers, because I ran them on, you know, N64 emulator. It is in the bottom left corner. Okay. No one's made it past the bridge, though, because we kept landing on happening spaces. So that's wonderful. So, yeah, if I were to get a 3DS with capture software and, you know, found a way to stream, stream, you know, 3DS and DS games, that would open up so much. Like, I can play Black and White, because those are my favorite Pokemon games. And, like, yeah, it's, like, the first mainline Pokemon game that I've, you know, played, but, like, I love it. I love Black and White. It was a good one for me to play. That's why I'm partial to Gen 5. I'm also fairly partial to Gen 6 because of the amount I have played it. Because X and Y are probably the Pokemon games I have played the most with my husband. Because we will do, like, parallel playthroughs of Pokemon with, like, you know, building our own teams and battling each other. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've probably played X and Y the most. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What? Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There. Gotta get my mantra going. We're locking in. Nope. Nope. Peach got it. Dang. But yeah, played X and one of my favorite playthroughs was when we both agreed to pick Chespin as our starter, because Chespin doesn't get a lot of love. Chespin does not get a lot of love in the grand scheme of things, because everyone fucking loves Greninja. Because, oh my god, Greninja is so cool. And everyone also loves Delphox because people just... I feel like most people generally gravitate towards fire-type starters. That might, you know, do a thing there. And, like, people haven't really paid much attention to Chespin. So, like, we agreed to, do a playthrough with both of us picking Chespin. And the only rule that we had was we could not have these same Pokemon other than Chespin. Like, since we're going to share a Pokemon with Chespin. Where's Peach? Where'd Peach go? Oh, okay. So yeah, we couldn't, like, we had Chespin. Oh, some child will get a kick out of that roll. My kids would have gotten a kick out of it. Well, at least Allie would have. Ooh. Any child under the age of, like, 15 will get a kick out of that roll. Anyway. Yeah, our rule was, like, we can only share Chespin, no other Pokemon. Like, if I wanted to use, or, like, hey, if we wanted to use a Kanto starter, we can't pick the same Kanto starter. Or if I wanted to use, say, a Florges, he could not use a Florges. If he wanted to use a Gengar, I could not use a Gengar. So that was kind of, you know, and I did an art piece on our X and Y teams for that specific playthrough, And it's one of those, looking back at the old art, I keep thinking, man, I can do this so much better. I can do this so much better. I can do it better, because two of my favorite pieces are of my Platinum team that I did a couple years ago, and of his Fire type team that he did for Sword about the same time. So, yeah, so that was really fun. I like little challenge stuff like that. So I think stuff like that's real fun. Okay. I slipped a couple times. Doesn't forget the snacks. Reply hazy, try again, and go ask another 8-ball. It's not my day for snacks today. I wrote it down on the calendar this time, so I won't forget snack day. Also, Riley will be in charge of juice that day. So, everything will be fine. It's not till like right before Thanksgiving, so we're good. We're good. But yeah, I think it'd be really fun. I know like a soul lock would be fun, but I feel like a soul lock, like Nuzlocke, you know, would be better for like a Pokemon randomizers, because you will get a wide variety of Pokemon. But like even like a soul lock would be really fun, but I am terrified of Nuzlocks. Want to do a soul lock with you? I mean, that would be extremely entertaining, and I will probably cost us everything. Because I've only ever done, No! I tried to turn around! Peach is a bitch. My very first Nuzlocke, I killed 28 Pokemon. My very first Nuzlocke, and I gave myself a self-imposed rule that I would give 1 revive. And I used it. Peach must go. She is public enemy number 1. If you let Check Tree die, I know. Well, like, if we were to do, I think we can do... Do you have Sword or Shield? I wasn't paying attention. I know which one is Baby Bowser. So I will just pick a not Baby Bowser. I'll just pick a not Baby Bowser. And we'll see what I get. Got a Warp Block. Okay, that works. So, don't have Sword or Shield or Sun and Moon. Only ones I never played. Okay. I'm just trying to think of like, because I know you have Brilliant Diamond. I also have Brilliant Diamond. I know you have Violet, and I've got both. So, those would probably be our best options if we wanted to do like a soul lock together. So, because I know we both have Brilliant Diamond, and we have access to Scarlet and Violet. So, because you are doing your Bird Keeper run currently. I think you're getting close to being done. I know you have a couple Team Star left. I know you have a Titan left. I think you have a gym left. I think. But also, I haven't played Sun and Moon in a long time. I have not played those in a long time. Part of me kind of wants to go back. Wow, the star space gets ripped from me. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best dressed. Fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. Yeah, the star space gets ripped away from me after all that work I put in with the 6-7. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. I mainly do it just to make fun of it. Because, you know, when adults start making fun, when adults start joining in on memes, it's not cool anymore. So, haha. So Sun and Moon look fun. I would just recommend Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Even though, like, it came out a year after Sun and Moon, it's way more polished. But yeah, I haven't played the Ultra games in a long time. Woo! That was close! Because we only have, out of like the OG Gen 7, Sun and Moon, we only have Sun. But we have both Ultra games. We have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I guess you could probably take a gander at which version we each played. Because my astrological sun sign is Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, and I am the night owl of the two of us. I am the night owl of the two of us. So, yes, I played Ultra Sun. No, I played Ultra Moon. I played Ultra Moon. One of my favorite things about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is the day and night thing. Because in Ultra Sun, day and night works as it would IRL. But in Ultra Moon, or, you know, Moon and Ultra Moon, it's inverted. So, like, if it's daytime outside and you're playing Ultra Moon, then it's nighttime in your game. And it's the opposite. So AM is PM and PM is AM. And I really like that because I like nighttime. I like nighttime. And a lot of the Pokemon games I have played that I have played just Pokemon games I've played in general that have like day and night, I will play them at night, and it's always nighttime in the game. So like if I'm playing in the evening, it's like, oh hey, I get daytime actually. I get daytime finally. So that's just, you know, it's a really cool detail that I really liked out of Gen 7. Keon and I have started saying 6 in our other languages in a very exaggerated manner. I love that. I love that so much. Like, occasionally, I will hear Allie say it, and then Riley will kind of, like, echo her. But I haven't heard it in a while. Oh, also, you want to hear something wild? I told Blue this, over the message, over, like, you know, I texted her, and I told her this, but this is something that's really, really freaking wild. So, I don't think I posted a picture in the Discord, but, Allie dressed up as, Allie dressed up as Stitch for Halloween, and Riley was Princess Daisy. So, and the costume I got for Allie was kind of like a little, like, onesie jumper type thing with, like, a Stitch hood. And she absolutely loved it. She loved her costume, everything about it. She was excited. And, for school, they have to take their costumes with them, and they will put them on at like 2:30 for like their little Halloween parade. So, you know, whatever. And again, she's just wearing a simple like kind of onesie jumper thing with a hood. It's essentially what it is. And one of the kids in her class called her a furry. And keep in mind, these are 5th graders. 5th graders. You have age ranging from 10 to 12. So someone in Allie's class, some other like 11, 12-year-old, called her a furry because she was wearing a Stitch costume. And it's like, for one, how do you know what a furry is? You're 10. Because when I picked Allie up from school on Friday, on the way home, she told me, yeah, this kid in my class called me a furry because I was wearing Stitch. And the first thing I asked her was, do you know what a furry is? And Allie told me no. Allie does not know mostly does not know what a furry is. And so I'm like, how do these fucking kids know what a furry is? And And, like, there's nothing wrong with a grown adult being a furry. I literally could not care less what people do. But it's like, a child should really not know what a furry is. It just fucking blew my mind when she told me that. I'm like, whoa! Whoa, kid! We got 5th graders talking about fucking furries. Oh my god. And I was hanging out with my mother-in-law and my niece on Saturday. And I mentioned to them that, like, there was about, like, kids mentioning things, knowing things they shouldn't be knowing, and I mentioned that someone in Allie's class had called her a furry. And my niece, who is only 6 months older than Allie, knew somewhat what it was. All they knew about a furry was that they dressed up in animal costumes. That's all they knew what a furry was. I'm like, that should be the extent of what... Like, if you at least know about a furry, that should be all you know about it. Like, that was just so insane to me. Ugh, kids are just so ruthless. They are absolutely brutal. I can't, man. And then, more into, like, Allie, I'm sure everyone has had this moment when, doing their homework at home, trying to ask their parents for help, and their parents not knowing what the hell is happening with their homework. We've all been there. I experienced that last night, looking over Allie's homework, because she got her homework done in the after-school program, and she had it with her, so it's like, let's check your work, because we've been through needing to check her homework and make sure she turns it in, like a child would be. And I was looking over her work, and they're on volume, And, like, volume, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? You're just multiplying 3 things together, right? Wrong. Because this is what gets me about, and, like, reading, the homework and everything, it's just, like, there were, like, a couple problems. I had, like, literally, like, no idea what the hell was happening. Okay, so say you have a container, length times width times height. That's what volume is, right? So, like, say you have a container that is, 1 foot by 3 foot, and it's 1 foot tall. So 3 times 1 times 1, you have a volume of 3 cubic feet. Sounds easy, right? Well, Allie's homework had a diagram of, like, different boxes kind of stacked up, and, you need to figure out the total, like, volume of it. And it mentions specifically, because it's like, you have, like, one box, one of the smaller boxes is, like, 3 cubic inches. It's like 3 cubic inches. And you have to figure out the total of, like, the big thing. Like, estimate, like, the total volume of, like, everything. And it's, like, it's such backwards thinking for me. Because why would you need to know the volume of the smaller one? Like, you have to, like, backwards think. Like, okay, if it's 3 cubic inches, then it's, like, 3 by 1 by 1. And you have to, like, count out every little individual piece. It's, like, so fucking backwards. It drove me mad. It literally drove me insane. I was, like, halfway through checking her homework. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. I call it good. So, like, after figuring out that one, and it's like, well, you did the math right on that one, so I would imagine you did the math right on everything else. So, it drove me insane. It was like literally insane. It's like, why would you? And like, even like the first question was like, yeah, it's like you have a big container that's like 4 feet tall, 8 feet wide, 6 feet, or like inches, something. It was something like, 6 by 4 by 8. And it specifically mentions that the smaller containers are 16 cubic feet or 16 cubic inches. And it's like, in my brain, I'm like, what does 16 have to do with this? Because that word problem made 0 sense to me. And it's like, I had a back in my day moment. Back in my day, they just said, it's filled with, these boxes. Individual boxes that are, like 5 foot by 4 foot and like 2 foot tall. They would have given us the exact dimension of it. And from that, we can figure out the whole freaking volume of all of them together. So it drove me insane that you have to go backwards to go forwards. No. There's a bot here. Go away, bot. I don't need you. I don't need you. Blue? Are you here? Thank you. Bot shows up as I'm ranting about math homework. Yeah, it's like that was a moment where it's like, oh my fucking god. I cannot believe I had that moment. It's like, and also a lot of Allie's homework is a lot of repetitiveness. And I've noticed that through all the years she has, been doing math homework. And it's like, oh hey, they're on division. Cool, right? No, 1 week they're doing this method. Next week they're doing a different method. The next week they're doing a third different method. And it's like, why are we teaching all of these stupid methods? It's all long division. Like, why? Back in my day, you'd made your house, and you had the person living in the house, and then you had the person knocking on the door. That's it. That's how we did long division. It's like, I don't need to know the stupid, box method. And there was one, a weird, grouping division thing. It was called the bar model that Allie was doing. And it looked like a whole nother language to me. It looked like a whole different language to me. And, Allie is very hit or miss with math. She has, her big issue is confidence. She needs more confidence in herself to do it correctly, she has it, but it's like she needs the confidence to, do it. And I was trying to get her to explain to me what that bar model was. Because one of the tricks that I learned in school is to know if you know the material, teach it to someone else. If you know what you're talking about, if you know what you're doing, try teaching it to someone else. That's how you know if you have it for sure or have learned it. So I was trying to get her to teach me what this bar model was. And we were spinning our wheels. It wasn't going anywhere. We were all getting frustrated. And then looking at it and seeing example problems, I figured it out before she could explain it to me. And it's like, why are we learning this bullshit? Why are we learning this bullshit? Makes no sense. Ah. Man, the education system. The education system needs reworked so bad. I'm on the bridge. Everything's fine. I had one of those moments, back in my day, math homework was so much easier. And it's like, I am good at math. I probably couldn't bust out the quadratic formula offhand, but I'm sure if I saw it and you were like, hey, here's a problem, here's a formula, solve it and I could probably get it figured out, you know. Like, I probably don't remember much of, like, high school math, but, like, I know how to do long division by hand, I know how to do multiplication, I know how to do, like, basic algebra. Like, that's stuff, like, if you give me, like, oh, like, 3x plus, 17, you know, equals whatever, I can solve for x. Like, I can solve for x. But, like, you know, give me, like, high school math, like, right now, I would struggle, probably. Unless, like, you gave me, like, hey, here's the formulas, here's the problems, do it. Like, I don't remember formulas offhand. I kind of remember, like, the formula to find a slope. Like, y equals mx plus b? I think that's what it is. Like, I can vaguely picture the quadratic formula. I remember doing it in high school. But I don't remember much of anything else. Nice. So, but yeah, I had that moment of, why are these kids learning this bullshit? Why are we doing this? Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4b divided by 2. I can't picture that! I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember. I know nothing about math, but the quadratic formula is cemented in my brain. That is fair. You know, like it's cemented like the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Like, that is cemented in everybody's brain. Because it is. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. If there is anything anybody has ever learned from school, it is the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. If they don't teach it that way anymore, I would cry. I would literally cry. Hello, Antonio. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. We're just talking about math. Quadratic formula activates me like a sleeper agent. I feel like I remember you talking about that in one of your streams, like, months ago? Last year? Something. I remember you talking about it in one of your streams, and that's probably why it's on my brain. But that's definitely one thing. It's like, oh, hey, math. Actually, I can solve my problems by using good old Google. Quadratic formula. If I looked at it... Yeah! Yeah! I could not tell you what exactly it is used for, but looking at it, I do remember it. Yeah, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I do remember. But yeah, yeah, Ollie's on volume right now. And the way they're doing it just pisses me off. It's like, why are we going backwards to go forwards? This doesn't make any sense. It literally makes no sense. Mario, if you lose this for us, I will kick your butt. I think I went a touch early on mine, but Peach got hit a couple times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like a slope is y equals mx plus b. But yeah, I can do like basic algebra. You know. I mean, if I open my little notebook here, because I will do things by hand when helping Allie with her homework, and I'll check it on the calculator. Like, you know, and remainders and everything, and because we were struggling with dividing by double digits. Or here's like one thing that like, oh, it's kind of, you know, along the lines of algebra. We're going to view the map, actually. Where's Peach in the grand scheme of things? She's over there. She ain't close to anything, so we'll steal from Maru because I can and I have money. So yeah, here's something that it was like the area of a garden was 5,040 feet. So 5040. And the garden is 48 feet long. And they needed to find the width of the garden. And that's essentially like, that's like basic algebra. Because, you know, area is length times width, and you have one, and you have your answer. So it's like, oh, hey, 48 times x equals 5,040. So what do you gotta do? You gotta divide 5,040 by 48. So, I'm gonna try and describe this as much as possible, even though I'm talking about math, and math is boring to a lot of people. So, yeah, you got 5,040, so 5040 divided by 48. 48 can go into 50 one time, so you multiply that, you get 48. So 50 minus 48 is 2, and then you drop down your 4, so 24. Doesn't go into it at all, right? So you put a 0 up top, and then you bring down your last digit, your Luigi. Oh my god, that was close. So you bring down your 0, so you have 240. So how many times does 48 go into 240? Well, you do your math, because I usually multiply and check, so I've done 48 times 9, which is too high, and then I drop it down to 48 times 5, and it's 240, which is perfect. So it's 5, you multiply, so 240 minus 240 is 0, and there is your answer, 105. Boom shakalaka, the garden is 105 feet wide. I'm gonna put this away before I try to explain math again, because a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of adults would rather not hear all this math, but I have kids in school, so I gotta go through it. And I've always been good at math, and math is everywhere. Math is literally everywhere. You cannot escape it. You cannot escape it. One of my favorite things to do is if I am at a store somewhere, like store, restaurant, fast food place, whatever, and I am paying in cash, I will always try to figure out what my change is before it gets, you know, back to me or I see it on the screen. I usually try to figure it out. Like, oh, hey, let's say I'm at the grocery store and my total for whatever I'm buying is $7.15. And I pay for it with a $10 bill. So what would my change be? You know, $7.15. You know, at 5, 20, 80, so 85 cents to the next dollar. So $2.85 would be my change. And I usually, it's usually a pretty quick process in my brain. I really like trying to figure that out before it gets counted back to me. Yoshi, Peach, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm good at math. Math is everywhere. Math is everywhere. What are we doing? What is going on? So anyway, math, am I right? Yoshi, Peach, Luigi. Yoshi, Peach, Luigi. Okay. Peach 100% did that intentionally. Could have gotten the easy out with Luigi, but no, she wanted me. She wanted me gone. She wanted me to go. Bitch. That bitch! What a bitch. Life's a bitch, man. Get her out, Luigi! Thank you. Thank you, Luigi. He's got my back. See, Luigi's got my back. You want to know, like, a good real-life example other than, like, counting change back? That would be, you know, a good thing about, like, oh, math is everywhere. If anyone has watched football, there's a lot of math in football. You may not know. Because football is, okay, so we start fresh set of downs. The offense has 4 attempts to move the ball forward 10 yards. And, you know, if, like, it starts at, like, you know, 1st and 10, they pass it to the running back who runs, like, 3 yards. He gains 3 yards on the play. And, you know, 10 minus 3 is 7, so now the next down is 2nd and 7, you know. And it's like, oh, on the next play, the quarterback gets sacked for a loss of 10 yards from that 2nd and 7, so you're adding 10 to the 7, because it's a loss, you're going backwards, but the marker's still there, so now you have a 3rd and 17. So there's your math lesson. Football math lesson. Yeah, math is everywhere. And I'm always trying to figure out, like, real life problems. Excuse me. That would, like, you know, help, like, actually learn and have, like, things, like, sink in. Because I feel like a lot of people learn better through real life examples. Go away. No, you go away. Bitch, go away. You're just walking in circles. Thank you. Game balance. All right. Yeah, I'm always trying to, and there's a lot of math in, like, Mario Golf, because last Thursday, I was teaching Allie how to play Mario Golf, because I have a Switch Online, and Mario Golf is on the N64 expansion pack. So when I was playing Mario Golf one evening, and she was watching me play, and she was, you know, asking a lot of questions and wanting to play herself, and there's a lot of math involved. A lot of math involved, especially in the putting. Like, say, you know, putting, you have your like, have a 10-foot putt, and your meter goes up to 30 because you're on the short putt, and you have a 10-foot putt and, you know, 30. Like, where in the bar should we go? You know, like, oh, we have a max of 30, we need 10 feet. That's about 1/3 of the meter, right? So, like, there's just a lot of math everywhere. So, and I feel like a lot of people probably don't realize just how much math there is unless you, like, actually sit and think about it. Even in Mario Party, there's a lot of math involved. Like Bowser's Big Blast, that's a lot of probability. You learned that in math. Yeah, math can help you gamble. Did you know that? Did you know that math can help you gamble? Now you do. Because, you know, it's a lot of odds, right? It's just a game of odds. Because, like, say, Bowser's Big Blast, right? Um, you know, like the first person to hit a switch has a 1 in 5 chance of being blown up. But then they're safe. The next person then has a 3 in 4 chance of blowing up, you know, and the probability. And like, there's a way to like figure out your probability of winning without doing anything. I don't remember what the exact number is though. It's 20 though. I'll take it. I'll take my chances. So, yeah. This has been Math with Tessa Jane. And now she's gonna take that from me. Yeah. I didn't realize she was all the way over there. Oh well. Oh well. So anyway, probably ought to venture away from the math talk. Oh, I didn't realize he had that! Oh my god! I am just not paying attention to literally anything. Shit! Now he's gonna use that. No, he's not. Alright. Okay, I see how you are, Mario. Not with the math. I don't know if I said anything yesterday about it, but how about them Dodgers? I know a lot of people are gonna be real mad because a lot of people hate the Dodgers here lately. I don't hate the Dodgers. I don't, because they are a good baseball team. And a lot of people love to hate what's good because they are just jealous fans and they wish their team was that good. That's what it boils down to. That's why a lot of people hate the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs today are the Patriots of like 20 years ago. Because the Patriots were so dominant, they had their dynasty. Oh, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Rob Gronkowski. Now, fast forward to today. Oh, the Chiefs and their dynasty. You got Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. You know, it's like the same fucking thing, just on a different team. You know? People just hate when teams are good. They hate it. So, that's why people hate the Dodgers, because they're just jealous because their own team will not spend the money to get good players. That's the problem. Because baseball, unlike some other sports, unlike football at least, does not have a salary cap on how much money a team could spend on a player. And the Dodgers, a lot of people are pointing to them like, oh, they are spending the most money on their players. This is bullshit. They just spend money and win. Well, yeah, because they're spending money on good players. You know, like an example, it's like if you're spending money on like, you know, store brand shit that's like not very good store brand shit, and you're complaining that your neighbor is spending more money on the name brand stuff that's, you know, lasting a lot longer, it's like the same thing. It's like you're buying quality stuff. The Dodgers are buying quality players, and they have most of their players because these other teams will not spend the money on them. They will not pay these guys. Freddie Freeman is on the Dodgers because the Braves would not pay him. Mookie Betts is on the Dodgers because the Red Sox would not pay him. Shohei Ohtani is on the Dodgers because the Angels would not fucking pay him. Or also, to kind of coincide that, they would not spend the money to get good players around him. That's another thing too that people don't even think about. And that's why I know Shohei's contract is like this. I know Patrick Mahomes' contract is shit. Is like that. And it's flexible in a way to give wiggle room in the team's budget for other players. So that way you can build your team and have really good players all together. That's the Dodgers. And also, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays was probably the best outcome for like the best World Series in like the last few years or so. Because that Game 7 was wild. For wrestling, there was Saturday night's main event. It was a long day on Saturday. I got home at like 7:30 in the evening. And I had been gone since like 10 a.m. or like, 11 a.m. or something. So we'd been gone like all day, and I didn't get home till 7:30. And in my mind, oh, Saturday night's main event just started. No, it started at 6. It started an hour earlier than prime time, and I was like, I had literally no idea when it started. So I caught the end of it. So I watched CM Punk win the world title, at least. And then immediately after, I switched it to baseball because I knew Game 7 was going on. And it was... I think Blue Jays were up 3-0 when I turned it on. And it was a wild Game 7. It was a wild Game 7. Like, if you want to watch good baseball, Game 7 is good baseball because both teams were playing very well. Like, the Blue Jays defense was doing really well. The Dodgers stepped up in clutch moments. Ooh, shit! I got juked. And there was like really good hitting, real good slugging, it was a good game. And I've seen a lot of people already complaining, like Blue Jays fans complaining. It's hit or miss with some Blue Jays fans I've seen on the internet, at least. There are some Blue Jays fans who are like, damn, we got outplayed, GG's, Dodgers. Or it's like they're kind of criticizing their own team's decisions, which is also valid because there were some questionable things. I don't think anyone has a plunder chest, I don't think. If Peach does, I don't know. I don't know what item she has. Yeah, there were some questionable things that have happened in terms of Blue Jays base running. And I caught at least 2 mistakes towards the end of the game. And a lot of people are only talking about the one. And it's the one where the Blue Jays were like literally an inch away from winning the World Series. And that image will haunt a lot of Blue Jays fans for a long time. And it's one where it's like, you can't get mad at that. Hell of a play. They needed a force out at home, and they got it. And Will Smith, the catcher for the Dodgers, he stepped on home before he caught the throw to home. He stepped off for a brief moment, then when he got the ball back, he tapped home plate literally a split second before the Blue Jays scored. So it was like literal bang bang. Literal bang bang play. Crazy play. And a lot of people are criticizing that base runners, a lot of things about it. So if we look at the situation, bases loaded, 1 out. And there's an overhead view of what you can see where the base runners are and where all the players are and everything. And you can see third baseman didn't take a very good lead, and it's for a good reason. And a lot of, MLB players are defending that decision. And I'll defend that one too, because lefty batter cancels this out. No, it doesn't, actually. A ball can be hit literally anywhere. But they noticed the runner on third was like a couple steps away from third base, which is a very small lead off. And he probably could have taken a bigger lead, maybe like a full step instead of half a step when you got that extra lead or whatever. But you don't want to get that line drive and be doubled up on. You don't want that, especially with 1 out, because what I was always taught in softball, when you have less than 2 outs, tag on a fly, freeze on a line, go on a ground ball, tag on a fly, freeze on a line drive. Because line drives are so unpredictable. They are extremely unpredictable. And you don't know and they happen so fast. Line drives also happen very fast. I had it. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Can I... Are you fucking kidding me? I need a... Oh, I might... Okay, just stay away from me. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna freeze on a line drive. So like, they're so unpredictable, they go so fast. So I don't have a problem with how big of a lead Bro had on third. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with was the way he slid into home. That's what I have a problem with. So I've seen it proven otherwise, but the saying is that sliding is slower than running through a base, and I think it depends on the way you slide. Because I have seen it disproven that sliding head first is faster than running through. I have seen that disproven. But like, sliding is the way to avoid a tag. And with a force out at home, you don't need to slide. You can just fucking go and hope for the best. So if he would not have slid, or slid head first, because like, sliding head first, you're reaching out with your hands, so that's a little bit extra distance. So if you're either running through or sliding head first, there maybe could have been a chance the Blue Jays would be champions. But no, he slid in feet first, which is a choice for that situation. But there was that out. And then it went into extra innings. And there was also that fly ball in left field that I don't remember the center fielder's name, but I do remember the left fielder's name, Kike Hernandez. They had a collision, and Kike thought that, oh, we didn't catch the ball, we lost the World Series, and it's like, no, center fielder caught it. So it was like a big moment for them, so they went into extra innings. And the moment it went into, I think, the 11th inning, me and my husband started to like get ready for bed, but we pulled it up on his phone, because we have YouTube TV, so he can pull up TV on his phone sometimes. And we were laying in bed watching the rest of that game, and I made this comment because Will Smith hit the go-ahead home run in the top of the 11th. Crazy work, right? Crazy stuff. And bottom of the 11th happens, and Vladdy hits a double. Great hit. I think he's probably the best player on the Blue Jays team, personally, just from the little bits I have watched them play. He is definitely really, really good. So he hits a double, and person behind him hits a sac bunt, moves him to third. Love a good bunt. Love a good bunt moment, right? And the next person, the pitcher ended up walking him. He gets walked. So you have first and third, one out. First and third, one out. And in my mind, they need to send the runner on first to second. They need to have him on second, so one, you can prevent the double play from happening, and two, if they decide to throw down to second to try and get that out, you have your runner on third to worry about. So there's a lot happening. That's good base running. I was shocked that they did not do that. And I'd seen some comments about, like, kind of earlier in the series, they were getting, like, thrown out for running or whatever, but also it's like, it's game 7 of the World Series. It's literally do or die. If you get literally one more out on someone getting thrown out somewhere, then like, dude, like it's game 7 of the World Series. It's literally do or die. So I was absolutely fucking shocked when they did not send Bro to second. Because literally what happens is a double play, like Bro broke his bat, grounded to short. Mookie Betts took care of that double play pretty good, and Dodgers win the World Series. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? I think the Blue Jays' biggest problem was base running. And also, they had runners in scoring position several times throughout Game 7 and could not capitalize. They absolutely could not. And it was insane to watch that. So it was like the best team was going to win the World Series. No matter who wins, the best team is going to win, and it just so happened to be the Dodgers. The Dodgers pulled out way more clutch moments. They stepped up to the plate, figuratively and literally, and they were the ones that won. They were the better team. Also, shit, what is his name? I gotta look him up. He was the MVP of the World Series. I gotta look him up. Because Bro is a menace. Bro is a fucking menace. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is his name. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was his name. MVP of the World Series, and for a damn good reason. I think he had pitched game 2 or game 4. Or he had pitched game 2, came in for game 4, and then had pitched game 6. He threw 96 pitches, game 6, literally the day before, game 7. And they put him in for the end, like relief, closing. And like his arm was probably on fire after that game. Bro was crazy. So yeah, he's very deserving of World Series MVP for sure. But yeah, like I can get over, like if I was a Blue Jays fan, let's just say, like if I was a Blue Jays fan, I could get over that, like, you know, the 1 inch from the plate, the 1 inch from the World Series win. I can get over that if the Blue Jays ran better bases later on in the bottom of the 11th. First and third. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Send Bro to second! In that kind of situation, more often than not, they're gonna let that go! More often than not, they're gonna let that go! Because they don't want to risk that run scoring. Because, like, yeah, if you have, you know, first and third, runner on first goes to second, and all the fielder see is the runner going to second, they try to throw him out, that gives the runner on third a chance to score. So a smart, you know, fielder would see that, try to stop it. My high school team had specific plays for first and third situations, because coach would call out, you know, the number code, and that was what we would do. It's either throw to first, second, third, or shortstop it's pitcher, second, third baseman, or shortstop. And the shortstop would run in. When it was called for the shortstop would run in because the catcher would act like they're throwing to second, but they wouldn't be. So that's a way to catch the runner on third off guard and to try to throw them out and get the lead runner out. So we had specific plays for first and third, and the ball player in me was screaming that they didn't do anything for that first and third because you don't want that double play. And that's exactly what happened to end the World Series. Ugh, driving me mad. It drove me so mad watching that. I was so disappointed in the Blue Jays base running. Because, like, the Blue Jays were the underdog, you know. And it's like, I was, you know, kind of rooting for the Blue Jays because, you know, underdog, everyone's playing good baseball. But, like, the Dodgers are good. You know? So, you're getting sleepy, Blue? That sounds like a you problem. It's usually what happens this time of day. And hello, Sylvia. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just here talking about baseball. My favorite sport. As Blue is getting sleepy, it reminds me of... So Blue posted a TikTok today. It was... It's so funny to me. That TikTok is so funny because it was when we were playing Peak a few weeks ago. Oh no, I got squeezed. And it was like we were at the beginning of the game, and Blue and Sylvia's talking to Blue about like this game of chess that she had played. And I was there listening in on the conversation, and JT just comes up and just takes me away. No. And Sylvia's just going on and on and on about the chess game, paying no mind to me getting kidnapped. It was just... Like, I have watched that several times now. It is so funny. It is so funny to me. So just, that made me think of that. I'm just talking about baseball while Blue is sleepy and Sylvia shows up. Gonna go lay down, BRB? No worries, Blue. No worries. Stealing my money. So yeah, the ball player in me was screaming at Blue Jays. Bottom of the 11th. Literally do or die. Like, why? How do you not send your runner on first? Like, sure, you're like, oh, he's not very fast. He's gonna get thrown out. Let them throw to him. Let them make that throw. You have one out. Then you can send Vladdy home to score your winning run to win the championship. And again, if the Dodgers were smart, which they are, you know, they would have let it go and you wouldn't have had to worry about that double play. So you would have put them in a bind. Runners on second and third, one out. That's a tough situation to crawl out of. That's how you put pressure on the champions. Ah! I can rant about baseball literally all day. Because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks. Because my For You page is all over the place, just like how a lot of my personality and interests are. So, but I've been getting a lot of people talking about Game 7 of the World Series here recently. And, but yeah, Yoshinobu is a fucking beast. He is a beast. And like, he even said at some point, losing is not an option. The aura of that man was insane. The aura of that man. Crazy. Yeah, I can talk about baseball all day long. All day long. Then, in a group chat that I am in, someone is a Shohei Ohtani doubter, and I was like, bro, I love Ohtani. I love Shohei Ohtani. He is great. And yeah, he is a generational talent. He is so fucking good. He is what I love about baseball. And like him, he's like quintessential Japanese baseball. Good hitter, good pitcher. And like, what else do you want? Because like nowadays, to put it bluntly, and also to scratch the alliteration itch, pitchers are pussies. There's plenty of pitchers that are pussies. Point blank, period. So, Shohei is what I like about, you know, good ball players. You know, you can do it all. Because like back in the day, pitchers had to hit too. DHs didn't exist. And even in softball, you know, most, you know, players don't have DHs. What's happening? I mean, like, yeah, you have your flex players. Oh, I'm hitting on that. I'm just back there and I can get an item, so I'll just do that. So, yeah, pitchers are pussies. I said what I said. I said what I said. But, like, there are some exceptions to that statement, obviously. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, MVP of the World Series, is a, you know, grade A example of the exception to that statement. Because bro has mad aura. But also, bro threw 96 pitches the day before, and he came in and threw lights out the next day to help his team win the World Series. You know? Which is so fucking insane and crazy. And that's what you want out of your ball players. You want players that will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to win a championship. That's what the Dodgers did. And I know a lot of people are complaining about, like, oh, they're just spending a lot of money. Yeah, they're investing in their own team so their team could bring home championships. Isn't that the whole point? It's like, oh, we're just a small market team. Well, your small market ain't investing in your own team to bring in people. You know the saying, spend money to make money? You got to invest in your team. You have got to invest in your team to bring home championships. It's exactly how that goes. And I know people complained about this last year, but Yankees also spent a lot of money on their team, but they spent it for the wrong reasons. And I know my dad was a Yankees fan, but he's probably rolling over in his grave about how the Yankees are doing in a way, and like the shitty way they're running things. And Yankees fans are so funny. They're so funny to me. Because I've seen people complaining on Twitter about, like, oh, they haven't had a World Series win since 2009. Bro, you were in the World Series last year, and your lack of fundamentals cost you the World Championship, dude. So if you want to complain, take it up to your team and not just bitch about everyone else except for your own team. But nowadays, people are just bitching about the Dodgers because the Dodgers are willing to spend money. Imagine that. Which is, you know, just so crazy. And it's like, if I want good quality things, you better be willing to spend the money. Like, you know, if I was the head of a baseball organization, you bet your sweet bippy that I will be spending money to get good players to my team. Shit. I trusted too early. I got caught by the slow. It's fine. So yeah, you bet your sweet bippy I'll invest in good players. Because that's what keeps a team good and winning. And then people hate winning. Again, Freddie Freeman. He's on the Dodgers because the Dodgers were willing to pay him. And the Braves were not. Mookie Betts. Boston wasn't going to pay him, so he went to Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani. Angels weren't going to pay him, and they weren't going to invest in their team to put good players around Shohei. And Shohei wasn't going to tolerate being stuck on a shitty Angels team. But I also feel for Mike Trout, too, because, much like Shohei Ohtani, he was also stuck on a shitty Angels team. And people consider him one of the best baseball players. You know? He was also injured a lot, so I never really, like, got to see him, like, actually be good. But, yeah, he was also stuck on a shitty Angels team, and the Angels would not put players around those two. Which is just literally insane. Alright, let's rock and roll. shit. So, and that's the problem with football as well. Because my issue with football and how, you know, these organizations are running the teams, all they're investing in, all they're putting their money towards is a quarterback. That is all they are willing to pay for. So you have a quarterback that is making the big bucks, you know, like double-digit millions of dollars. But that is where all of their money is going. Every last bit of their money is going towards the quarterback, and you aren't putting good quality players around that quarterback. A quarterback can only be so good on his own. Like, Patrick Mahomes is like the exception. You know, like, yeah, he's getting paid, but his, you know, his contract is very flexible. That if he needs to get paid a little bit less to, you know, spend some money on this player to make him good, then yeah. And like, Patrick Mahomes can make anybody good. So he's kind of like the exception to the rule. But also it's like, Joe Burrow. Bro is hurt again. And for some reason, Cincinnati will not invest in an O-line for him. It's been how many years since he has fucking played for the Bengals, and they have not invested in an O-line for him? Like, what the fuck are they doing? What are they doing with him? Like, for real. He deserves so much better. Like, he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, he's good. It's just, I feel bad for him in a way where, like, they just will not put an O-line around him. They will not protect him. That's why he gets hurt all the fucking time. So yeah, that's why it's important for these sports organizations to actually pay their players appropriately. Like, if you have a player that is really, really good and deserves, like, you know, to be paid more, then do it, but also make sure it's within your means, because football has a salary cap. Football has a salary cap. Baseball doesn't. So that's why the Dodgers are, you know, spending lots of money on their players. So I know that's going to be, like, a big discussion. But again, it's like, you know, the Dodgers are spending, you know, a lot of money on their players, and then you have other organizations that don't invest in their own team. And that's why it's like, shit, they suck. You know? Again, like, in most cases, like, just get the store brand stuff in most cases. Because more often than not, the store brand is about the same as, you know, your name brand. But there are some things that the name brand is much more worth it. Like, the name brand is much more worth it than the store brand. And if all you're doing is going store brand, store brand, store brand, and wondering why nothing lasts very long, then, you need to figure out where you're spending your money. Like, sometimes it's worth it to spend just a tiny bit more on good quality things. So, turning sports into life lessons. Takes 2 dice blocks to roll a 10. Love that for me. I am hitting that, right? No, I'm 1 space before. Everything's fine. A lot of battle minigames. What turn are we on? 33. Okay. We're zooming by. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I can talk baseball and sports all day. I haven't really watched much football lately. I keep track of football. I always keep tabs on, like, the scores. Because, I mean, I have a favorite team. No! I went too late. If I didn't go too late on that gold. Didn't get last, though. So, yeah. But also, personally for me, I do like hearing people like talk passionately about, you know, whatever things, even if I personally don't have an interest in it. Like, hearing like Blue talk about like Wuthering Waves and all that. It's like, I don't know hardly anything about Wuthering Waves, but like hearing her just like talk passionately about it, you know, it's awesome to see. Because like, why would anyone talk shit about something people are excited about? Unless it's like 100% illegal, then yeah, shoot that shit down. But like, if it's 100% illegal, shoot it down. But most things that people like are super excited about aren't illegal. And I really don't like people that are like, oh my god, that's so dumb. But hey, I grew up in a time where liking K-pop and watching anime was very niche, and you got made fun of for it. Because I got into K-pop in 2010, like March of 2010, so I was like a freshman in high school. And no one really knew anything about K-pop at all. And I'd been into anime since I was like 10, maybe? So, yeah, but it's like, if you know, were into those things, like, you were made fun of. You know? And it wasn't until, like, Gangnam Style hit worldwide success that people started kind of maybe paying attention to K-pop. And they really only knew Gangnam Style, which was whatever, fine. Cool. So, yeah, but I grew up in a time where, like, those were, like, not very good, and, you were made fun of for it, so you just kind of kept those hidden to yourself. So it's like, if, you know, I wanted to talk about, hey, I want to talk about, like, hey, this cool K-pop song that came out, and someone would go like, oh my god, do you even understand what they're saying? I'm sure people still get statements like that, but it's like, if I wanted to talk about K-pop, and I met with someone be like, do you even understand what they're singing about? Like, do you even understand the lyrics? For one, I have been slowly learning Korean over the years. And for two, translations exist. So if I wanted to know what a song was about, I would look it up. Some people don't want to know, and that's totally cool. Some people just want to vibe. Some people just want to vibe. Because I saw a gal on TikTok talking about, like, you know, I just listen to K-pop, and it's like, you know, I just kind of want to vibe with the music. And I'm like, you know what? Love that for you. You know, because we all love the same thing. We all love K-pop, so it's like, you know, let people enjoy things the way they enjoy it. I just bought that. Thank you. Remember when people were made fun of for liking anime? Now it's mainstream. Yeah, K-pop is kind of the same way. I don't think K-pop is quite as mainstream as anime is, but yeah, you know, back when I was a kid, you know, 20 years ago, goddamn, like 20 years ago, people were made fun of for liking anime. Nowadays, it's very mainstream. So it's just crazy how the times change. And it's like, part of me with, not so much for anime, because I haven't really found an anime I've really enjoyed in a while. But with K-pop, I feel very bittersweet about it. I feel very bittersweet about the way K-pop is now. Like, I am very happy about its worldwide success. I'm glad more people are starting to like K-pop because it's something that I enjoy. But it's become mainstream enough that it drives me mad the people that talk about it don't understand it like I do. Or, like, don't understand it like people who have loved it for years do. And it's like, there are a lot of people who got into K-pop with Gangnam Style. And I think that's, you know, that was really, really cool of Gangnam Style. You know, people are like, hey, this is really cool. Oh, it's K-pop, let's check it out. And it snowballed from there. I'm sure in the last, like, 5 years, BTS and Blackpink were kind of in that realm too. It's like, hey, I hear about BTS and Blackpink. This is K-pop, right? This is kind of cool. Let's explore. You know? I love hearing people's K-pop origin stories. I think it's really cool. But it's the ones that are, you know, like, don't know the niches and only really know the big main groups because they don't want to dig because, oh, this is what's popular now. So it's one of those, if all you ever do in life is follow trends, you are a miserable person. And you have no personality. So that's just kind of what I think. Did I learn Gangnam Style as K-pop? Yes, Gangnam Style, because Gangnam is a district in South Korea. And that's kind of like the Hollywood. I'm driving. Okay. So, you know, Oppa Gangnam Style, which means, hey, Oppa is Gangnam Style. Alright, let's go. So yeah, Gangnam Style is K-pop. Like, and really, all it is a funny, shareable music video. Like, the song, you know, pretty standard song, but it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's got a funny dance. The horse dance, yeah. Like, that's what K-pop used to be. It used to be so much fun, and nowadays, it's not very fun anymore. And it makes me so sad. So I just kind of stick in my own little K-pop bubble community. Cause like, I have the Stray Kids and 17 tags on my stream, and I've had like a handful of people come in. It's like, oh hey, you have the Stray Kids tag. Let's go, you know? And Stray Kids fans here lately, some of them are just wild. And it's one of those, I remember them when they first debuted. Like, I remember like seeing the survival show that they were on and the Hellevator days. Like, I remember when they were first formed. So it's just really crazy to see people come in. It's like, yeah, I discovered in like this era, and it's like, you baby. You're just a baby. But it's those who hop on it because, oh, it's trendy to like K-pop now, without really knowing anything, doing any like deep dives of anything. And it's like, I know there's casual listeners out there, you know, those who like listen to anything. But like, usually the casual listeners will tell you, yeah, I just kind of casually listen to like these songs here and there. And that's totally fine. It's the one like, yeah, I'm a K-pop fan. I like BTS. It's like, okay. Can you name any B-sides that you like? Like, what are your favorite songs? And more often than not, they'll just say like the big hits from them. And it's like, okay, whatever. I don't want to be like the mansplaining thing. It's like, oh yeah, you like football? Name 3 football teams. You know, left down A. I'm fucked. I think it was up. I didn't touch anything! I legit didn't touch anything. It wasn't my turn to go, and I legit didn't touch anything. Thank you, Luigi, for soloing. Luigi Dance Master. Love it. But yeah, like, I don't want to be like, you know, the mansplainer. It's like, oh, you like BTS? Name 3 of their songs. Because I'm sure people who, you know, at least somewhat enjoy BTS would say like, oh, hey, yeah, here's a few songs that I like. Whether or not they're like the biggest hits or not, the most popular songs or not. But it's one of those, you can probably sniff out a fake fan. So it's like, are you a real fan of BTS or not? Or it's one of those like, who's your bias? Type thing. You know? We're gonna take a break because my hip is hurting and I need to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna take a break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. All right, here we are back. Just coming back from ads. I was gonna stop it like just before, but then the ads started running. I'm like, let's just wait a second. I'm gonna wait a second. No one's missing anything. Don't get the idea of fake fans if you like something and you're a fan. Yeah. Yeah, like most generally I do agree with that. I think it's like the reason behind it. If all you're doing is just following trends, that feels disingenuous. But sometimes it's like, oh hey, this is kind of trendy, and then you like kind of look more into it. Then it's like you become a fan, and yeah. And it's like, I'm not one to gatekeep things. I'm not one to like gatekeep sports or gatekeep K-pop or gatekeep anime. I'm not one to do that. Like, I'll have my opinions on, like, people's reasonings for stuff, sure, but, like, a lot of the time I just keep my opinions to myself because, I learned in school, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Some people need to relearn that lesson, I feel. And also the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated. People forget that because people are so mean to each other nowadays. People are so mean to each other, and it makes me so sad. Like the one kid calling Allie a furry for dressing as Stitch for Halloween. It's like, dude, it's a Halloween costume! What else do you want her to do? That was still really insane to me, how a kid called her a furry, all because she dressed as Stitch for Halloween. Ugh. Kids, man. Kids are crazy. Press the button, thank you. What is happening right now? Oh. I didn't even realize the star was right there. I didn't even realize. A star is born. In fact, I feel like I'm the opposite of a gatekeeper when it comes to like K-pop, because like I try to get people into K-pop, and I try to get them to find groups that they like, or like music they like, whether it's, you know, old group, new group, popular, nugu, or like popular, not very well known, you know, because like the easiest softball is like if you are into like rock music or like J-rock, then I will point you to Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher is a very easy transition from like J-rock into K-pop, or even just like plain old rock music into K-pop. I just really like Dreamcatcher. If you like, you know, high energy EDM noise music type Stray Kids. I feel like a lot of Stray Kids fans didn't like Ceremony because like, oh my god, this is noise music. God damn, look at Mario and Peach go, jeez. Because it was just like, oh, noise music, but also it's like Stray Kids had their roots in noise music. So, but it's okay to like specific songs and to not like songs from groups you like. I mean, my favorite group of all time, Super Junior, there are songs of theirs I don't particularly like Lo Siento. That one kind of had a resurgence for them in a way, but like I'm not a big fan of like of that. It's too slow for my liking. But I wasn't a fan of that song, and that's okay. They're still my favorite group regardless. So it's one of those, it's like, oh my god, they released a song I don't like, I'm gonna understand them. That's ridiculous behavior. Just like the music you like and move on. Like, I would probably consider myself a fan of ATEEZ, but like, I don't like most of their music. I like a good handful of their songs, you know? I'd say I'm a fan. And like, even with Twice, like, I don't like all of their music. I like a good handful of their music, but I'm not like a diehard fan. It's like, oh, they released one song I didn't like, I'm gonna unstand them. No. No, that's not how I operate. Sorry. What are we doing? Stealing money? Luigi has the most money. $31? I feel like that's something with the AI in Mario Party 2 particularly that makes them like the hard AI, it makes them button mash like crazy. And it's like, I am mashing as fast as I can and I am not getting the best results. It's crazy. So yeah, I am in fact like the opposite. Like, tell me what kind of music you like. I may point you to like a song or maybe a group that could, you know, help out. Oh, I didn't curve it in time. How did I miss Peach? That's what I want to know. What the fuck? I can't curve it? Because I was holding a direction. That's rude. Like, I would even point people to groups that I don't particularly like if it means someone finding music that they like. Like, I'm not a big fan of the group Idol. Not really a fan of theirs. I don't really like their music. Not a fan of, like, them. They just give a weird vibe to me, personally. But if someone expressed their music taste and I feel like Idol could, like, you know, be a group that they would like, I would point them in that direction. Because that's just what a good, mature person would do. And be like, oh, gross, no, don't listen to them. It's like, I would just be like, I don't like them for, you know, my own reasons, but I think you would like them. So here you go. Here's that direction. And it's like, there's a couple songs that my husband likes of theirs, which is totally fine, but I can't find it in me to like them. Something just feels off about them to me. And they have a song where I almost put it on my playlist, but I didn't. And part of me kind of refuses to put any kind of Blackpink song on my playlist. The closest thing I have to like Blackpink on my playlist is Apate by Rosé. That is the closest thing I have to Blackpink because the song is good. It went viral, and I feel like a good part of that going viral was Bruno Mars's involvement. Like, it could have been a hit with Rosé by herself, but I think the involvement of Bruno Mars really helped solidify that, personally. Okay, I have an idea what to go for. So, but I mean, like, I'm not taking away the success of the song. Like, the song is really good. It's very catchy. I had it stuck in my head plenty of times before, you know, pate, 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 You know, it's very catchy. It gets stuck in your head real easy. So I did put it on my playlist because, like, I liked the song. But, like, the rest of, like, Blackpink's music, I refuse. I still think that they peaked at Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. I personally think they peaked at Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo, but like some people would probably argue with me otherwise. And like they're like a hot button topic right now because they're on tour with like one new song since the last time they toured, which was like years ago, which, oh man, crazy. And this way. And yeah, the problem is with a Miss Jenny, I never really cared much for Jenny. Never really did. Was never a fan of her. If I were to pick a bias in Blackpink, I would probably pick Jisoo. Honestly. I've always really liked Jisoo. Never really liked Jenny. She just gave it like an off vibe to me. Something about her always felt kind of off to me. And it later kind of bloomed into an I'm better than you type of attitude. And I don't care much for that kind of attitude. That's why I kind of don't like the songs, any kind of songs from any artist that have this, I'm rich, here are the things that I own, I'm better than you because I am rich and I have these things. I like the I'm better than you because I can back it up instead of I'm better than you, here's all the things I've bought with my money. You know, like that just feels weird to me. You know, and that's kind of what Jenny and Lisa's solo songs have been. It's like I'm better than you because I'm a rich bitch. You know, not I'm better than you, I can back this up. You know, because there's a difference. There is a big difference between I'm better than you because I have money and I'm better than you because I have put in the work and I can back up my words. Because, like, I am very competitive by nature. I think a lot of that was just the environment I grew up in. I'm very competitive. And, yeah, I'm very competitive, and like I'm competitive in a way if like someone tells me, oh, you can't do that, then I'm like, I bet. But like if someone tells me I have money, I can buy this and you can't, it doesn't do anything for me. So that's probably why I like the competitiveness of like, all right, you want me to prove it, I'll prove it. Not like I'm better than you, I can buy this and you can't, you know. Because I've lived those experiences of like people going, not like verbally saying it, but like flexing their money to me when I'm like, no, man. Because I've talked about my trip to New York a few times before. Excuse me. Why did that not count? That was a high jump. Oh my god, this game is pissing me off. Because I went to New York City for a high school dance thing, because there was a program, Spirit of America Productions. They have like these dance and cheer camps all over the country, and if they deem you worthy of being an All-American, then you have the option for I think one of three things. I don't remember what the third thing was. It was either Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City or the London New Year's Parade. I opted for I opted for New York because I didn't want to get a passport and go overseas by myself. And when I decided to do that, it was like July and the trip was in November. So I busted my ass because you have to like fund things yourself. I busted my ass to, you know, make enough money to go to New York City by myself. I busted my ass to do that. And I earned it. But I could only go by myself because we didn't have the money. We didn't have the money to buy a second plane ticket, or else I would have like brought my mom with me or something. But I went by myself because I busted my ass to do it. And then like 2 years later, there was a girl I was on the dance team with. She had also earned that same opportunity. She became All-American at the dance camp, chose to go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But she posted a lot on Facebook about getting that opportunity and essentially bragged about it. And she took her whole family there because her family was rich. And seeing those posts on Facebook really was like, you really can't be somewhat humble about this opportunity. You're just posting about being in New York City. Like, really? Like, what? Why? You know? And it's like, throughout the years, I've seen her, like, I think she kind of had, like, an ego about her, in a way. So, but then there's another girl that was real sweet. She was very much kind of like myself. It's a weird timing on it. She decided to go to London, and I mean, I never saw like a peep out of her. She probably busted her ass just like I did to raise money to go. So, you know, like, I am always appreciative of hard work. And it's like, someone can be like super duper talented at things and, you know, be given opportunities because of their talent. But like the saying is, you know, shit, what is the saying? Hard work beats talent when talent won't work hard. That's the saying. So it's like, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you do not put in the effort, then it's for nothing. You know? Like, I will personally always reward hard work over anything else. Let me use this. Can I get the gold mushroom, please? Thank you. I don't have much money, do I? I don't. So let me just make some money. Okay. But yeah. And it's like, people that are super talented can 100% put in the work to hone their craft. You know, that's how you get really cool people. But also, those people that are talented probably don't see themselves as talented. They see themselves as putting in the work. You know, because one of the questions my mom had always asked me is, would you rather be the best in a group of the worst, or would you rather be the worst in a group of the best? Like, let's say, like a ball team, baseball team. Would you rather be the best player on a really crappy team, or would you rather be the worst player on the best team? And my mom was always surprised. She was surprised by my answer. And my answer was, I would rather be the worst on the best team. Because that would inspire me to get better. Because, again, my competitive nature, and I can learn a lot from the people that are on the best team. Oh, why can Peach grab that? Okay. So, and it's for a different reason. I had a friend who I asked that same question to, in a way. They had a different perspective on it. They said they would rather be the best in a group of the worst, but their reason makes sense because they said, so I can teach the other people. So I can help teach the other people how to hone their own craft. That's a very good way to look at it from that perspective. So I think a lot of the reasoning is, because like I would rather be, you know, the worst in a group of the best because I can learn from those people that are the best. It also really depends on that group of the best because one of my brothers had a job and he kind of felt that way. He was like the worst in a group of the best, but like the people that were like part of the best were not helping him whatsoever. They just kind of left him behind. Like, that's a real shitty thing to do. But like if I was in a group of the best that did anything they could to help me out, that would feel awesome. My other brother, my mom had asked him, because this is where her shock comes from, because she had asked my brother, one of my brothers, and he said he would rather be the best in a group of the worst, because that means he would be the best. And my mom was shocked by my answer by being, you know, the worst in a group of the best. Because, well, let's put it in a baseball team context. Baseball is a team sport. Baseball is a team sport, and if I'm the worst in a group of the best, I'm still part of the best. That's also another perspective too, but if I'm the best in a group of the worst, who knows where my level truly is? So there's just like, these like little hypotheticals are really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? 17 right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18? I'm counting 18 now. Lucky number 18, baby! Never doubt my lucky number, baby! 18. When in doubt, 18. Nice. So there's a lot of things that are just all about perspective. Ouch. And that's the really cool thing about humans. Everyone has lived a different life. Everyone has a different perspective on things. Even talking about Xenoblade theories and stuff yesterday during X. People have like different perspectives on the same information we're given. So, and it's really cool to hear people's interpretation of things. So, and it's like, I'm all for like hearing all different sides of things, whether I agree or disagree or not, you know? Like, let's just say, oh, the best party member in Xenoblade is Reyn. That's my opinion. My husband may say it is Shulk. And we have different reasons. And we're both right. We'd both be right for different reasons. Or it's like, oh, I have the most fun playing as Reyn, and he has the most fun playing as Shulk. You know, like, again, different... Excuse me. Haha, go away, bitch. Yellow like mustard. Yellow like mustard. Pink. What's pink? Strawberry. Strawberry is, the flavor is pink. Cherry. That's a good flavor. It's one of my favorite flavors. It's cherry. It's both tart and sweet, and I like that. Hello, Del Toro. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Just talking about philosophical things because I can. Because I was talking about earlier a question that my mom would ask me when I was younger. Like, would you rather be the best in a group of the worst, or would you rather be the worst in a group of the best? And there's many different perspectives of it. Because I have my answer and how I see it. My friend has an opposite answer, but a similar vein. And then I know people, my brother has the opposite answer for a different reason. Standard last 5 turns procedures, all red and blue spaces are doubled. If you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. We're not forced into a 50 coin duel like Horrorland was. Because, oh man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Where is the star? It's over there. I have a golden mushroom that I stole. Mario has a lamp, so I need... What do I need to roll? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need to roll more than a 12. Not this again! Not this again! Oh, not the 6, 7 again. Oh my god. No, go away. I don't need you in my life. I need this in my life. 6, 7. I don't even... Like, I have no idea where the hell it came from. I think it was like some rapper or something. I don't know. But like the kids just got a hold of it and was like, yeah, this is what we're doing now. But also, it's not like when we were kids. I say we as in like older kids, millennials. It's not like we weren't going like D's nuts every 2 seconds or that's what she said for like literally anything. Or just making weird offhand jokes, you know? Like, we were annoying kids once upon a time. Yes, I'll pass, actually. When we were kids? Yeah. I say we as like a generation, we still do that. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You got me there. Does that count as- it does count as a duel. That's gonna be fun. But you know how like kids are real annoying with things and everything, so you know, we were annoying children once upon a time. So yeah, just like the philosophy of like, I would rather be the worst in a group of the best. And if the best will help me out. But also with my competitive nature, I am, you know, more likely to work on myself a lot more. And it's like, I like the competitiveness that helps me get better and doesn't make me feel bad about myself. Because like, I remember mentioning it in like the talks of after a Portal stream, I think, because there was one of the Portal streams that Blue and I had earlier this year, and we were just like talking for like a good solid like hour, felt like, right after. And I think I mentioned something about like female friendships and it's like some female friendships I've always felt like super duper competitive for like, and it made me feel like shit with that competitiveness, you know, like it was almost like a jealousy of some kind, and it wasn't like, it felt almost detrimental to like my own health. But now it's like I have experienced healthy female friendships now because I didn't before. And it's like I feel that competitiveness kind of, but only in a strive for me to get better. Like I mentioned the fanfiction reading that we did a couple weeks ago with the Garden Stone. And like helping Blue with, you know, kind of the alchemist, being a beta reader and talking with her about things. And it like really helped me, you know, help me strive to be better at writing. You know, help me work on my own stuff. 1, 2, 3, So that was like that helped me get better, not like, oh my god, I'm so jealous of you. Shit. Type way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What? Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bamfed it! Let's go! So yeah, it's one of those, like, I am competitive by nature, but like I would rather have a competitiveness that would help me get better instead of me feeling worse about myself. That's where I'm getting at. Tessa Blue Power Hour. I mean, Blue mentioned she wanted to do a soul lock, and oh my god, that's terrifying to me. Like, it would be really, really fun and chaotic, I think, but I feel like I would hold the team back. I would kill literally everything. I would kill everything. But we'd probably have to get something set up for that. Actually, like, really plan it. And she's also in the middle of her bird keeper Blue. So I don't want her to do a run on top of that. But that would be really fun. So yeah, I think it's just all in like, I have experienced healthy female friendships now. Because I didn't before. Oh, we're gonna go all in, aren't we? Alright. Let's lock in. Yep. Let's make me go on. Let's go. Anyway. Sorry, I just had to like really lock in. I didn't want to lose that. So I have been super overconfident with that minigame and I have fumbled the bag. I have fumbled at the goal line. And it's like, let's not do that this time. He barely doesn't have enough to steal a star. At least he's stealing money from the correct person. I appreciate that. So with like unhealthy female friendships for me, it's like I have felt this competitiveness that kind of stems from jealousy in a way. And because I mentioned, you know, I hate being a broken record about this, but it's like, you know, the friendship that ended, you know, over a year ago at this point. But it's like I've learned a lot of lessons from it. You know, I've learned a lot of lessons. So I talk about it to help spread knowledge so that maybe someone, you know, could avoid feeling the hurt that I felt. But yeah, it's like that competitiveness. Because like, I never experienced a healthy female friendship before then. Or like before now. So because a lot of my female friendships felt very competitive because, well, the other girl gave pick-me energy. And I can't deal with that, I've learned. I cannot handle the extensive pick-me energy. So, and, you know, this streamer friend that I had, you know, over a year ago, there was just, like, looking back on it, there were so many red flags. There were so many red flags that I just didn't quite see. But I mean, like the saying is, you know, red flags look like normal flags with rose-colored glasses. So it's like you're too blinded by like, oh hey, this is a friendship to like see like, oh hey, there's like red flags everywhere. So, you know, hard life lesson in a way. Because it's like, it really felt competitive in the wrong way. And it really gave off, it came off as they thought, you know, they thought they were better than me in a way and got real snippy with me at times. And it's like, what? Why are we doing this? The big one, this person jumped my case for a quote-unquote spoiler because I was talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I said that there were 14 chapters in the game, and they're like, oh my god, major spoiler, and it really wasn't. I can't have nice things. Well, actually, that's not too bad of a dip. That's not too bad of a dip. It's fine. Okay, never mind. Crisis averted. But yeah, my case got jumped on because like, oh, the number of chapters is a spoiler, and no. It was not a spoiler. And my case got jumped on, and they refused to talk to me. And in their Discord, they're like, please do not spoil Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm playing the game on my own. And it's like, that was 100% calling me out. That was such a petty thing to do. So I need one more coin! I need one more coin! Why can't I have 143? Why do I keep getting attracted to Jessica Chikuryaka? Excuse me. Whew. Excuse me, I burped. So yeah, there was like that red flag, and the fact that they never messaged me again, even though I was part of an event they were running. So they probably, and like the next day, my husband got into a truck wreck, And I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I needed to pull out of the event or not. But looking back on it, it really felt like they were just ready to replace me. Like, why did they act this way? I don't know. Were they jealous of me? I don't know. Why would anyone be jealous of me? I'm nothing special. I am nothing special. Whee! I am just a soulless ginger who plays a lot of Mario Party. Really, that's it. With the gift of gab. That most people probably never knew I had. Because I never talked as a child. But like, yeah, I'm nothing special, really. I'm just a girl. You know, because I hear a lot of like, oh, if girls treat you this way, that means they're jealous of you. I'm like, what's there of me to be jealous of? Like, what is there about me? I'm just living a normal life. And there is one thing that gets put into perspective for me because, like, again, a lot of people grow up in different environments. Lies, Tessa special. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad someone thinks that. But it's like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm really not. But, like, again, a different perspective. My kids have both their parents. You know, they're growing up with a mom and dad. Most kids don't nowadays. And my niece is, you know, in that unfortunate situation where, let's use this. She's kind of in the unfortunate situation where, like, her dad shows up, doesn't show up, all over the place type of way. And I remember hearing about how she cried that she was jealous of Allie, that she gets to have both her parents and she doesn't. And it's one of those that really put a lot of it in perspective. I should have bought a plunder chest then. Damn. But it's one of those, like, perspective changes everything. You know, it's like, what I think is normal, someone would probably be jealous of. Like, you know, growing up with both parents. You know, I'm sure some other kids that I grew up with were jealous of me for having both parents. Hell, for having my dad show up to my games, because my dad was a real one. Well, my dad was self-employed, so he set his hours, and he worked many, many weekends just to have, like, these weekdays off for his kids' like, school activities. So I was so used to that from my dad. So I was very lucky to have my dad show up to a lot of my stuff. What? Boo. Boo. I got there first. Bitch. But yeah, like, I'm sure some kids are probably jealous of me for having both my parents at, you know, my sports games and everything. So, you know, again, perspective changes things. So, like, maybe there was something that this person was jealous of me for. I couldn't tell you what it is because now I can't talk to them anymore. Because well, I have them blocked in certain spots. But they probably have me blocked lots of places as well, so. You know, that's a wonderful thing to do. One more three! There it is. Why do I keep getting attracted? Jessica Chikulyaka. I cannot explain this reaction. Ikobake 143. Why do I keep getting attracted? I cannot explain this emotion. 1, 4, 3. I love you. That's such a silly thing. It's such a silly thing. It's just a number combination. Now he can't use his lamp. He can't use his lamp now. Bitch. And like, I think I mentioned this before, but like 143 is not a Stray Kids exclusive thing. They do have a popular song that involves 143, but like it's not the first time it's ever been in a K-pop song. I think Henry, Super Junior M member and soloist, had a song called like 143. But like 143 is like code for I love you. Ah! Controller. And you know, like 1 is I, 4 is love, L-O-V-E, and 3 is you, Y-O-U. You. And you know, case 143, you know, 1, 4, 3, I love you. You know. Like, I should probably write down my bit alerts, because I have like 2 specific bit numbers. One of them is 316, which plays Austin 316, says I just whipped your ass. And another one is 143, and it'll play, you know, the 1, 4, 3, I love you. I have that for bits. I should probably write those down. I don't even have any other ideas for like any specific bit number other than like the classic 69 or 420. I'm sure someone has come up with like bits for 6, 7 or something like that now. I'm sure. Oh, I saw this on Main Street Friday. There was a kid dressed up as Soulja Boy for Halloween. It was fantastic. I loved it. Minigame goes to moi. It goes to me. I'm the best minigame. Yep, Coinstar had Luigi. He had the most money. I was catching up, but it's fine. Happening Spaces. It's Yoshi and Mario. Let's go. So, also, speaking of like Halloween, Main Street was good. Houses were okay, because like the houses are so hit or miss here in our town. It's so hit or miss. And I think it was a miss this year. But I did take the girls to the house with the full-size candy bars, because I know which one that is. And also there was a regional, like it's regionals for high school football, and the football team from, you know, our high school had an away game Friday night, and I'm sure a lot of houses that would have been lit up were not, because they were just not home because they were at the football game. So there wasn't as many houses lit up. And also at some point, like halfway through the trick-or-treating, Riley tripped and fell on a bunch of stickers. Oh, it was so miserable. Her dress was just so full of it, because she was Princess Daisy, so like the bottom of her dress were just so full of stickers. There were some that were like kind of halfway up the dress. There were some in her hair. Oh, it was awful. So Allie gets called a furry, and Riley trips and falls in stickers. What a wonderful Halloween that was. 10 stars. A 10-star performance. Oh, I crushed minigames. Ooh, I could have just, swapped the 7 and the 9. We could have... How far? 97... It's not too far. Like 18? 19? 18. I think 18. Yeah, 18 coin difference for the Coinstar. Landed on 5 happening spaces, so the last one helped me win. A couple chance times. Nothing too spectacular on those chance times. I think one was like a star, give a star away, and no one had any stars. And then the swap coins, which really didn't change much for me. So, a few battles, some banks, lots of items for Mario. Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty good board. Even I'm talking about, and it's like the girls have plenty of candy from, and that's the biggest reason why I go to Main Street, like the Main Street, the shops, and like the trunk or treat, if you will. I know people are like, oh, we need to get rid of it. Here in this community, the only reason I go to Main Street is to make sure the kids get candy. Because the houses are so hit or miss from year to year. For one, it's a little colder this year. Two, not as many houses open because I'm sure some families were away for the football game. And also, it was just a rough time. It was just a rough night. But hey, we're done with a Mario Party. So what's ahead? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow we go back to TTYD and we do chapter 5. We do chapter 5. I think I did most everything I wanted to in between chapters. Yeah, I think I did that. Trying to think. So yeah, I think we're just gonna like jump into chapter 5, do all the prep work and everything, and then chapter 5 proper. I do like chapter 5. I do really like chapter 5. Then Thursday we come back to Mario Party 2. We'll do Western Land, probably, and Wario is not allowed on that board. He is not allowed. We have decided so. He is banned specifically from Western Land. So maybe to keep some kind of continuity, might do another board or something. I don't know. It's fine. But we'll do Mario Party 2. We'll do the boards. Because I did Horror Land for the Halloween week for Spooky. So we'll probably just do more of this until I can figure out what exactly I want to do. And then Friday's more TTYD, Chapter 6. And then wrap around to Monday, we'll beat Xenoblade X. It's a little bittersweet now that we're like at the end of Xenoblade X. It's very bittersweet. So like we're like right before the final boss of the chapter 13 stuff. We're like right before that final boss fight. So it's gonna feel really bittersweet to say goodbye to the Bicep Brigade. It's gonna feel really bittersweet. Trying to figure out what we want to do. Because I literally have zero idea if Blue is even streaming today. I have no clue. She went to lay down. We haven't seen her since. She just lay down and died. She just lay down and died. Oh no, not I! I will survive! So I honestly couldn't tell you if she's streaming today or not. But Tessa yap though. I know, I yap. But also I need to pick up my child at 3:45. I mean, it's time to yap. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about though. I need to pick up my child at 3:45 and then I need to run to Dollar General to grab more nightlight bulbs because the one in the girls' room burnt out this morning and the kids tried to play with electricity at 6:30 in the morning and I wasn't gonna let that happen. I haven't had time to run to Dollar General yet today. I mean, it's also daytime. It doesn't need it, but it is oddly dark in the girls' room. It is oddly dark. So I need to do that later. And my husband is on his way home with his mom because they had a doctor's appointment for my mother-in-law. So they're on their way back, which is good. I mean, I feel like science time. I went over math earlier. I legit went over math earlier. Because, like, math is everywhere. Math and science are everywhere. Did you know that baking can be boiled down to a science? It's crazy. Because, like, all the chemical reactions happening with, like, all the ingredients. Like, baking a cake is science. That's why you need, like, exact measurements of things, and you know the exact reactions you're gonna get. Like, adding more eggs makes a cake fluffier. That's why, I learned a trick for box cake. If you want to make box cake taste better, replace the water with milk and add 1 egg to what it tells you. So, like, if a box mix tells you, you know, whatever cup oil, you know, like, half cup of water and 2 eggs, you just replace the half cup of water with half cup of milk. And instead of 2 eggs, you add 3. You add 1 egg to the existing 2, and then you add 3 eggs. So that's what I did for Allie's birthday cake and the cupcakes that I made for my birthday. I still really liked how my purple frosting turned out. Like, in pictures did not do my purple frosting justice at all, because it looked so gray in the lighting. It looked so gray in the pictures. But the next birthday coming up in my family, I have a niece whose birthday is in 2 weeks. She turns 18, which is crazy. And then my brother's birthday is a few days after that, so that's cool. Then Thanksgiving's also coming up. Anyone got any Thanksgiving plans? My husband's uncle is supposed to be in town for Thanksgiving. He's always a hoot because they're like the exact same person, which is terrifying. So yeah, they're the exact same person. So that'll be fun. He seems to always come by at Thanksgiving. And I don't know what any of my family is doing. Haven't a clue. I know we talked about, like, me and my family talked about in our group chat, about, like, needing to get together at some point, because, like, both my brothers have a child that's graduating high school this year. So we're gonna have, like, 2 graduation parties and stuff, so that'll be really fun. But, like, we haven't really, like, got together really since Dad died, which is wild to think about, but yeah. So anyone got any Thanksgiving plans? Because I have been asked a couple times, like, what I want for Christmas, because, you know, Christmas is coming up as well. I know some people, like, immediately, once it hits November 1st, all I want for Christmas is you. And I'm like, no, Mariah Carey can stay frozen. She can stay frozen for just a little bit longer. My Christmas switch has not flipped yet. But, like, I'm thinking about it in terms of finding Christmas presents and kind of getting a jump on those. So, but I've been asked, like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea what I want for Christmas. I've never told Thanksgiving plans till last minute. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. And it's like, our default is kind of going up to his parents, because his parents are like the closest out of any family member from both our sides. Unless, like, something gets, like, planned ahead of time. But, like, we're probably just gonna go up to his parents unless something gets planned from my siblings or something. So it's probably gonna be the same for Christmas, too. Because, like, nothing ever gets done. Because everyone just, like, talks, and nothing ever gets done. You know? And it's not my job as the youngest to organize everything. It's not my job. I'm just baby sister. I don't know anything, so it's not my job, even though, like, if you ask me, like, yeah, sure, I would love to hang out with my family for the holidays, but no one says anything. Like, I want to, the want is there, but anytime I try to talk to my siblings, it's like, who are you again? Or it's like, did y'all hear something? Everyone's like, oh, the youngest sibling always gets spoiled. No. The youngest sibling always gets overlooked. I'm just baby sister. I don't know anything. So anyway, there's my little mini rant, I guess. Yeah, I literally have no idea if Blue is going live today or not. I don't know. I know she got back from her con this weekend, and she took yesterday off. I don't know if she's streaming or not today. But she is probably napping. Again, it's my best guess. So she's probably napping. Because she went to lay down and I never heard from her again. So, and we have ads coming up? Let's not. Let's not do that. I also really need to pee, so I probably should end before too long. And again, I can probably talk about whatever for a while, but I really do need to pee, so, and my hip does hurt, so I should probably. Also, for whatever reason, one of my toes hurts real bad when I walk on it. It's like that, oh, not your big toe, and not the toe next to it, but the middle one. The one that's like in the middle of your foot, that one. For whatever reason, that one hurts when I walk on it. And I didn't do anything today. I am falling apart. That's what happens when you turn 30. I think you're around my age, I think. I don't remember exactly. I think you're around my age, so you probably know the difficulties of falling apart at the age of 30. Because I remember my husband turned 30 last year, and like a couple days after, he like full on jumped onto the bed and his entire body just crackled. Couldn't tell you why he did that. The knees are gone. Yeah, the knees are just gone, non-existent. Nothing. Yeah, I haven't felt it in my knees. I feel it more in my feet. Because I've also done like a fair bit of walking over like the last couple of months, and my feet just kill me sometimes. And it's like, it's really good to get out there and like go on walks and walk around for a bit, but like my feet destroy me. They are destroying me. So, why'd I go there? I didn't want to go there. I wanted to... I should probably message her? Because I don't think she posted anything in Discord. Are you streaming today? My message Blue. I don't know what she's doing. If it's yes, we'll figure that out. If it's no, I'll find someone to raid. Let's snooze the ads. I don't know what's happening. I'm talking about body parts falling apart. Yeah, my feet and my hips, I think. And my hips only bother me if I sit on the floor too long. And by me saying that, your reaction's probably, but Tessa, stop sitting on the floor then. And by that I reply, no. No, I will never stop sitting on the floor. Unless something wild happens, but no, I will never stop sitting on the floor. I think it mostly stems from, being the youngest, and I always had to give up any spot on any chair or couch for the older siblings. So that was my life. I always had to sit on the floor. So I'm just so used to it. Because everyone else and like we had like a big long like 3-person couch, like 3-seated couch growing up. We had a 3-seated couch and a 2-seated couch growing up. But like I always sat on the floor. Even with my brothers getting married and having kids and everything, I still sat on the goddamn floor. Cause their wives had to sit on the couches too. I was always made to sit on the floor. Blame my mom for that one. I blame my mom for that one, my mother. Have not heard back from Tiblu. If I don't hear back in like 5 minutes, we're gonna emergency. In case of emergency, break glass. Or I could just send a bunch of you to blue anyway. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's fine. But yeah, getting older sucks. Getting older is not very fun. And it's like nothing necessarily has changed, you know, between like 29 and 30. You know, I've always been falling apart. I've been falling apart since like my second child. Like, you know, giving birth to my second child. And I was like 25? Yeah, I was 25 when I gave birth to Riley, and later that year, just a few months later, I turned 26. I was falling apart since then. First day of school? What about the first day of school? Been falling apart since the first day of school? That'd be a story. Where my brain went, like, first day of school, I mentioned that one friendship about the person that jumped my case for the quote-unquote spoiler. I remember the way that friendship ended, it was not on my volition. I said something in one of my streams, and they didn't like it. They were apparently offended by what I said on stream, and they decided to unfollow me, block me, and ban me in their chat, all on that day. And that day was also the first day of school last year. I specifically remember. I want to say I was playing Mario 64. I want to say that day. And it's like, I was just talking about things that came to mind, and from like a lot of information I pulled from elsewhere, because I think I have an idea of what I had said, but nothing specific was said in their message. Because they didn't message me when they just flat out blocked me. They didn't message me, no, they messaged my husband. And that's just a shitty thing to do. Like, if you have a problem with me, talk to me about it. Then it becomes our problem. But if it's like, oh, we have an issue, it's like, no, it's your issue, not mine. And it's like, you know, in my gut, I felt like that friendship was going to end anyway, and I wanted to end it on amicable terms. But nope, that opportunity got ripped away from me. I never got a chance to have a mature conversation, but no, they decided to just block me. And they have probably said some shit about me to other people, which is whatever. You know? It's one of those where it's like, I really don't care. I really do not care. Okay, ads are going to come up. I'm going to snooze them one more time. They're snoozed for another 5 minutes. So we're probably just gonna find someone to rate, because I don't know. Blue is not here. Blue got stuck with me. Oh no. I mean, we can always go the tried and true Master Max. We can always go raid Max. Max is always very fun. There we go. I finished my green tea bottle. So yeah, with that person, like, I feel like I have an idea of what exactly I said, but I still don't know, because there was something in their message to my husband that struck me as odd, because I'm going off the cuff here, because I've looked at this screenshot multiple times, so I have an idea. Because they messaged my husband on Twitch saying, something, we had to, you know, remove you too, we're sorry. And my husband's like, whoa, what is happening? And he found them on Instagram and DM'd them there. and he asked what was going on, and she had replied. And I think in that reply was like, oh my god, you're so nice about it. For one, that just made me sick. Like, are you really doing this right now? And for two, I think they said something about, I wanted to stop by and see what Tessa was doing in Mario 64, which is, you know, whatever. And they said that, like, but Tessa was talking about what I told our viewers, and she delegitimized everything that I said. Or, like, she was talking about, you know, me without mentioning my name. And it's like, no, I wasn't. I legit was not. Because I remember reading that, and I've gone back to the VOD, and I tried to listen for it. I'm like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know what you told your viewers. So it was one of those, you really thought I was talking about you. Like, talk about main character syndrome right there. So it's like, yeah, she was talking about me without mentioning my name. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. I totally was not. So, you know, all of that could have been solved by having a conversation with me. You know. But, anyway, I digress. So, and she also mentioned, like, oh, Tessa's also been disrespectful in other ways. I'm like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. You know, like, if I was disrespectful, like, talk to me about it so I know. You know, but, oh well. That is water under the bridge. Part of me still wishes I can get, like, actual closure from that friendship, from the way that ended, but I think my closure is never getting it. Because, for one, they have me blocked and banned and everything from their Twitch channel. And I preemptively blocked them on other social medias as well, so they don't see my stuff and block me, because I have the power there. But anyway. Let me double check one more time. Is Blue still sleeping? It would appear so. It would appear so. So if she doesn't wake up in like the next couple minutes, because I have one more snooze on my ads, I'm gonna use it. If she doesn't wake up soon. Because again, I don't even know if she's streaming today. I never asked her until now. But yeah, just a life lesson. If you feel like someone, and you overhear a conversation and you think they're talking about you, message that person directly, like, hey, I overheard this. Was this about me? Question mark. Like, be nice and polite and mature about it. Don't just immediately assume the worst. And, like, just block and ban them for, like, no reason. So, yeah, it's just, like, you know, that's just an unhealthy female friendship right there. You know, very unhealthy. I'm here! Okay, she's here! Hello! Hi! Are you streaming today? I don't know if you replied to me on Discord. Showering! Okay. Perfect timing, because I was about to give up. I used my last snooze on my ad, so it's gonna be fun. On in a minute. Okay, I'll continue to yap about friendships and healthy and toxic friendships. So yeah, if someone has a problem with you, or like if you have a problem with someone, message them directly. Like, talk to them message them directly and be like, hey, you know, I have this problem. Because, like, I've done that with this person in the past before. Because I told the story many times about how this streamer was, like, promoting one of my fanfiction streams. It was, like, a Monday. And they promoted my stream for Wednesday at, like, 11 a.m. And, like, they were promoting it on their stream, telling their audience, hey, yeah, Tessa's gonna do a fanfiction reading. Her fanfiction streams are awesome, you know, they were, like, hyping it up. And, like, yeah, go check it. It's, you know, and, you know, I mentioned the time, and I'm like, yeah, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Like, yeah, go watch it. And, like, go check it out. And literally, like, the next day, in her Discord post about, like, the plans for the week, and I had caught that she had posted, we're gonna stream I think she was doing like an Emerald Nuzlocke at the time. Or like a Nuzlocke or something at the time. And she was like, yeah, we're gonna stream Wednesday at 11 a.m. with our Nuzlocke. And it's like, what? Like, first you promote my stream, and then the next day you decided you wanted to stream at that same day and time. That was really shitty to do. So I messaged her. I messaged her like, hey, this was really crappy to do. It's like, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you stream, don't stream. I don't care what you decide to do. I just let my feelings known like, hey, that hurt. And it only hurt because you promoted my streams the day before. And it's like, if you had prior plans to, stream at that day and time, and not promote my stream, it's whatever. Because, like, my friends can stream at whatever time they want. I literally don't care if they stream the same time I do. I literally don't. It's when you promote my stream for a specific day and time and, like, turn around and want to stream at that specific day and time. So I brought it up to them, and they're like, yeah, I totally get it. And then later, I just wanted... saying something like, I just wanted the Pokemon streams to do well, and I don't think this time slot works very well because we don't get as much viewers. And that felt like a stab in my heart reading that. It's like, oh, I don't really like this time slot doesn't get as many viewers. And it's like, that's my time slot, bitch. You really just fucking shaded me to my face. Like, dude. I laugh now because looking back on it, it was red flags everywhere. Red flags everywhere. I mean, it's one of those, like, being the bigger person sucks, but, like, my general mindset is, like, I wouldn't wish any actual harm on my worst enemy, but I do hope they step on a Lego. I do hope their pillow is always warm. I hope they hit every red light in their city. I just want every mild inconvenience to them. I wouldn't wish them harm, but I just want every mild inconvenience. But, like, all in all, I do hope everyone's doing well. And I know people, still tune into their streams and everything. And, like, I can't stop anyone from viewing them, Who am I to really tell you anything? So yeah. But it's like, I still talk about it because it's an experience I have experienced. Factual things that have happened to me. And I hope I can help someone spot these red flags before they experience what I have. So that's kind of why I still talk about it. Blue is live! Let's go, Raider! Before ads start soon. Dance Master Luigi, please, as our raid message. Because ads are going to start soon. Dance Master Luigi, because that's what happened today. So, hello, Johnny. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, ads are gonna start rolling soon, but they're only for a minute. My ads are relatively short. So, we're gonna go raid Blue. What are you doing today? Digimon. I'm not surprised. Like, what are you doing today, Digimon? Alright. Again, not surprised. So we're gonna go raid Blue. Super busy. Glad to say hello. Absolutely. Glad you could stop by. So yeah, and I do need to go pick up my child, and I also need to run to Dollar General to grab some light bulbs. Hectic weekend. Yeah, same. Digimans. Yes, let's go raid Blue. Ads are running right now. Look at the raid going. As ads go on. I think the times will be fine. How long do I have? Alright, so we're getting the raid going. So, most people know my schedule by now. I think ads will end right before So, we yapped for half an hour. we yapped for half an hour right after stream. It's fine. Yeah, the whole, like, friendship thing, it weighs on me every time I talk about it because sometimes I feel like, why are you still talking about this? You should be over it by now. But also, it's like, it's things that have affected me, and it's, you know, things that happen to me. I am free to talk about it however I want. And it's not like I'm spreading lies. I am not spreading lies about this person. So, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling actual events that have happened to me from this person. So it's not like I'm talking shit. So, anyway, Mondays are Xenoblade Chronicles X, Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party 2, and Wednesdays and Fridays are Paper Mario 1000 Years Old. So thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.